Dulcify. He's 6 lengths in front of Chivalry, and then Arbrachane imposing stopping. Dulcify's won by a minute, and that's the way he might win the Melbourne Cup. Dulcify by 6 lengths to Chivalry. Battle by Testarossa, and then Scusi plays, but the champion mare is going to kill them. She's 5 in front, Sunline, and a piece of racing history. Back-to-back Cox plates for the champion mare, Sunline. She's won it by 6 lengths easily. It's the most comprehensive win in the Cox Plate, probably since Dulcify towed them back in '79. And that's correct, Greg.
The Cox Plate and the Valley are entwined. They exist for each other. Each edition creates an epic crescendo.
Mr. Brightside coming at it with Romantic Warrior. It's a photo finish.
Combatants crashing as they celebrate victory or comprehend defeat.
Romantic Warrior is going to get up by a nose.
Every jockey, trainer and owner is in pursuit of the Cox Plate Grail. Only a few succeed.
Racing in the Cox Plate.
A champion closes on legendary.
She's the champ.
A master's final piece of art.
He's racing clear, and so you think has bolted in the Cox Plate.
A stay-in career confirmed.
They hit the line. Ocean Park wanted to hit the wall too hard.
The dynamic duo delivers.
A century of legends. Serves Dragon A for Mossy.
The Cox Plate bestows idol status on equine champions. Farlap, Rising Fast, Kingston Town,
What a run.
Mighton Power,
The earth starts to rumble.
Sunlight,
She might be the greatest in the world, Sunline.
Liz Grisseau,
And the land of the rising sun wins the Cox Plate.
Winks,
The great mare completes the great trilogy of the term.
Romantic Warrior,
Hong Kong have come and they've conquered.
and two warriors dueling in the race of the century.
And Bone Crusher races into equine immortality.
Elite jockeys dominate. Darby Munro, Jack Purtell, the Babe Brent Thompson, Huey Bowman and J-Mac. And Hall of Fame trainers, Jack Holt, TJ, Bart and the latest maestro, Chris Waller, have all engineered Cox Plate greatness.
Cometh the hour, cometh the legend, greatness.
After 142 years of racing, the Valley pauses. Time to reflect on the legacy of the Cox Plate. Quite simply, it's our greatest race.
Brilliant, Bossy, absolutely brilliant from a man who's won 4 of them. And one of those that won as a 3-year-old was Octagonal.
Wales up with Octagonal at the 200-metre marker on the outside. Octagonal, Mahogany coming at him, stride for stride now on the Cox Plate. Mahogany, Octagonal, Octagonal, Mahogany. Octagonal's got his nose in front. Octagonal wins the Cox Plate.
The 1986 Cox Plate had the biggest build-up. We knew Bone Crusher so well. He'd won the Tancred and the Derby as a 3-year-old at Randwick. He came to Caulfield and won the Underwood Stakes and the Caulfield Stakes, and we wouldn't hear of him being beaten. And yet the New Zealanders had another one called Waverley Star. And during the week or two before, they thought he was just as good. They dominated the betting and dominated the race.
This is it, they're racing.
Both Gary Stewart and Lance O'Sullivan went early. It was a last man standing. And those 2 champion chestnuts at the top of the straight at Moonee Valley.
Waverley Star's about 3/4 to Bone Crusher. They're both under the whip.
And then that race up the straight.
Bone Crusher's taken the lead from Waverley Star. The Philbert running on, the Bone Crusher a neck in front.
Unforgettable. I called the race.
Waverley Star comes at him. 50 to go. Bone Crusher and Waverley Star, they're going to hit it together.
And I thought at the time it was as good as I've ever seen.
Bone Crusher and Waverley Star, the Bone Crusher. The greatest race I've ever seen.
I was pretty happy with the call, actually, until later that night I heard Bill Collins say, and Bone Crusher
And Bone Crusher
races into equine immortality.
races into equine immortality.
And I thought, why didn't I think of that? It was the race of the century. I can still remember it like it was yesterday. Taking a lot down of the boss, isn't he, Darren, today? And that boss is Chris Waller, who's just continuing to rack up all the wins. He's won 5 Cox Plates, and he could win number 6 today as he reflects on what the Cox Plate has meant to him.
Each one of Winx's Cox Plate was so different. The first one, she announced herself, and Hugh Bowman and myself are winning our first major.
Winx kept going by Hugh Bowman. What a win! Winx has bolted in the Cox Plate by 4 lengths.
The second Cox Plate win for Winx was equally as important. It was her first win of Fluke, and it was a match race between her and Hartnell. Again, she stood out from the rest.
This is a blitz. It's a Winx blitz, and she joins the all-time greats of the turf.
The third Cox Plate, she equalled Kingston Town's record of 3.
The belly's rocking and the world is knocking.
That was probably the feat that year.
The great mare completes the great trilogy of the turf.
To finally win a fourth Cox Plate with the build-ups like one of the biggest sporting events I've ever attended, let alone been part of. I was the coach, and my team did an amazing job. We felt the pressure, but we responded, and we responded for one thing. We had a great horse, a great athlete, and she did us all proud.
Here she comes, and the belly roars. Cometh the hour, cometh the legend. Greatness, Winx has done it. It won Utopia.
Bear Sistina's Cox Plate win was very special. We'd been there with Winx. We'd won biggest margins, we'd ran time with Winx, and then for Bear Sistina with the build-up through the week, and then to come out with a massive margin that she won by. And the time that she ran, it was fitting for the horse, fitting for the occasion. It really was a special event.
Races into equine immortality. Cometh the hour, cometh the legend. Greatness, Winx has done it. James McDonald, a century of the very best. Bear Sistina by 7 lengths.
And this is what all those champions have faced, Katie. This circuit, this unique circuit at Moonee Valley from the 2040.
Yeah, so you jump at the top of the straight, so it's a little good, you know, it's a good run in, a good furlong run in, but the thing is, there's high pressure. Those horses that have drawn the outside barrier, as we see, the jockeys try and come across, and because of that, they just need to try and find a spot to try and switch their mounts off. So they get around the first bend, and then you come back and you just regroup. There's a bit of a hill, so you go down the hill, you just try and switch your horse off as you get around the next bend. So we're at the top of the track now, coming into the side. Now the side, this is where the jockeys make their move. As we see Castelvecchio and Craig Williams take off a few years ago. They try and build the momentum coming into the straight. Obviously it's only a short, sharp straight, so it's definitely momentum is key as they come in, and then the best horse wins.
Not too many horses come from along the back on that turn, do they?
No.
I mean, we saw Kingston Town. So this is the current layout, and you've gone through it so perfectly there, that run up the straight and then that school side of the track. And this is where it's going to be. So the finish will be where the school is at the moment. The actual circumference is less than it is now, but it's a much longer straight. So we wait and see, Katie, don't we?
Exactly. You know, it takes years to build these races of the tracks and try and work out biases, but there's just not a lot of room here, so it's always going to be late.
So I wasn't here when Farlek won, believe it or not, but he was the first to win 2, the first to win a Melbourne Cup. This was extraordinary. Kingston Town once, twice and 3 times, all with different jockeys for TJ. Manikato's 5 William Reid Stakes, there's a statue of him here. I mean, incredible horse that he was. The race of the century lived up to all of that and some, and we still think about it as if it was yesterday. The tsunami wave for Mackay B Diva, the only dual Melbourne Cup winner to win a Cox Plate, and only one of 5, and then Winx to win the Melbourne Cup in the same year, and then Winx, of course, to better even Kingston Town was something quite remarkable. There's just so many. There are just so many unforgettable moments, and we could go on and on. I've left a few out. Is there anything obvious to you, Katie?
Have you forgotten something, Bruce?
I've probably forgotten.
I tell you what, one of my ultimate favourite moments here, of course, winning my Group 1 aboard Silence Edition. You know what, Bruce? It changed my life this night.
It absolutely did change your life in so many ways. Katie, we love this. Group 1 winning jockey. Emma, that sounds good. Group 1 winning jockey, doesn't it? I can't say that.
No, neither can I.
At the course, we're starting to think back of all those treasure times that were seen at this course on this day.
Racing in the Cox Plate.
Romantic Warrior jumped away well.
It's a done deal, jumps well near the inside. Mullakillock and Seamus Award away quickly.
The round began brilliantly and is going to head them all off and go to the rails.
Down to the judge. So You Think goes to the lead. Heart of Dreams tightened at the turn out of the straight.
And they're stringing right out on the Cox Plate. 3 further back behind Juggler is Saintly, 2 to Anthems, and 3 last of all is Octagonal.
The outside of Avilius, 2 lengths, Cape of Good Hope, Very Elegant. They were followed by Lee Gracieux.
Sunline comfortably at the 1200 metre mark. 2.5 to Northerly, a length further back in the race, then Ballaspree.
Better Loosen Up is giving Starley Century 25 length start at the halfway point. Let's Love going forward. Superimposes third last with Better Loosen Up, and last of all Rough Habit.
Here come the New Zealanders, our Waverley Star and Bone Crusher. They've raced to the lead. 600 out. Have they gone too early? 500 out. Fearless Pride and My Axeman together. 1.5 lengths Lawman. Kingston Town can't win.
The race, Mahogany off the rail, pulled out wide on the track is Octagonal, and the widest runner is Jearn.
With Mackay Diva, Fields of Omar, and they're all taking off at the 550 metre mark. A wall of horses around the outside.
But Dulcify well clear. Brent Thompson going for his 4th Cox Plate, and he's got it.
But this champion mare, Sunline, she's gone 4, 5, 6 in front.
Jimmy lets him go on the turn, and it's Might and Power 2 or 3 in front from Tycoon Lil.
Zaki joined by Animo, who looks Destiny in the face at the 150.
And Dane Ripper back to the rail. Polade the leader. Dane Ripper getting up on the inside.
But Via Sistina storms away. It's going to be a Cox Plate round, and James McDonald, a century of the very best. Cometh the hour, cometh the legend. Greatness, Winx has done it. It's FY Utopia.
It simply is the best when it comes to class rising to the top this race. So here's the Raider. Now it's been for the Cox Plate over the years. So from horses to those that are out the back, ready to come in for the 2025 WS Cox Plate.
2 minutes.
And Bone Crusher races into equine immortality.
That's all it takes to make history.
But now Kingston Town swapping them. What a run, what a run.
Racing in the Cox Plate.
2 absorbing minutes for the superstars of our sport to write their story.
Animo looks Destiny in the face. This time for the big A.
Can James MacDonald carry the weight of history and win a 4th straight?
And James McDonald, a century of the very best. Via Sistina by 7 lengths.
Will Chris Waller execute the perfect plan again? Via Sistina isn't the only ace in this master trainer's hand.
She's really opening up now, Aliana, and the filly's going to destroy them in the Derby.
Is there a 5th Cox Plate for Hugh Bowman?
Cometh the hour, cometh the legend. Greatness.
Who dares to count Treasure the Moment out? Not Damian Lane. He knows how to play this day.
And the land of the rising sun wins the Cox Plate.
Can we do it? Can he get